The following video contains footage from the Endwalker Media Tour. As such, this footage is not representative of the final product, and you will find significant differences both visually and elsewhere. I do remind you, please do not take this as the final version, but at the same time, thank you to Square Enix for providing me with this opportunity, and I hope you enjoy this. Alrighty then, so here we are, just straight after recording the artifact gear sets. I thought it would be a really nice idea to include quite a lengthy portion of footage here of all of the Vieira male emotes. A lot of people asked me to look at Vieira, and specifically male Vieira, in this media tour coverage, and that's exactly what I've done, as well as everything else, obviously. So yeah, as you can see in the background, we're in Garlemald, we're on the G-pose function, and I'm showing you what each of these animations look like, so hopefully that, you know, ticks that box for people who are interested. But yeah, I was actually really impressed by the quality of some of these emotes, and they are specifically very different across the board. I was happy with that. They're not just a copy and paste from female Vieira. They've put a lot of work and presumably a lot of time into that. I'm happier with some emotes rather than others. When we come down to the shrug emotes, it's a little bit confusing. The joy is not bad, but yeah, for the most part, they're just the same quality as we're used to. Some of them are quite funny. What we didn't have access to, though, unfortunately, was the victory pose and the battle pose in this particular time, which is a really, you know, obviously an unfortunate situation. But I'm sure those will just be fantastic. I'm not sure why those weren't included in this version, but I tried to do that externally from G-pose using /victory, etc. But it really did not work for me. So whatever, you know, they have planned for those in the future, I'm sure they'll be great. But obviously this is all subject to change, and they might refine some of these. It might look completely different, but this gives us a good understanding of what male Vieira are going to look like, especially with NPCs as well that we might meet across our journeys that might be male Vieira that interact with us. I think they look really quite cool. Obviously some of these are shared across the board with all races, so obviously some aren't really going to be that much of an interest, but I do like their interactions. I think they're quite unique. Obviously gratuity is going to be the same. Their no is like their deny is quite fun. Their cry is like they try to look away and look sad, which is, you know, quite good, isn't it? But yeah, I think they fit the bill, you know, what people expected quite well, and they offer quite a nice amount of variety. But the model itself is surprisingly good. I didn't know what to think with male Vieira, but after seeing this and all of the hard work they've put into to get at least the artifact helms working, and with the promise, as Yoshi P said in my interview slot in that video, they are working very hard to actually add more Vieira hairstyles and Vieira headpieces as soon as they possibly can in the 6.1 or 6.2 sort of set of patches. So it's not that far away realistically, but yeah, it's just making the races that they have put into the game, both Hrothgar and Vieira, feel like they've always been here. That's obviously going to be a big challenge, you know, especially when you create new races this late into the game, but especially with all of the outfits as well. I can only imagine the amount of work that goes into all of that rigging on all of those models to make it work without clipping horrendously, or, you know, making it so that they don't look bad in essence. But yeah, most of these are fairly similar. The face palm, etc., pretty much the same things. This is their /pose, by the way, which is yeah, it's definitely a thing, isn't it? I'm sure people will be happy with that. Their flex is pretty much the same. I was trying to think of what would be different, but I decided to just press every button in case there were any subtle differences. And there are some subtle differences. I think you'll agree. Like the think emote's quite interesting, how they're pondering, lifting their finger to their mouth. Not many races do that. Some of the later races do. But yeah, hopefully in the future we get some refinements to the races we already have in the game, considering that a while ago Yoshi P stated that Viera and Hrothgar are pretty much going to be the last ones they do. for at least the time being. You know, maybe forever, but it would be nice for future patches once they've ironed out all of these, you know, additions and hairstyle changes and things to bring them up to par with every other race. It'd be nice for them to add more facial features, such as beards and types of facial hair and maybe tattoos and stuff. That would be on my to-do list of if I was the developer myself. And I think the request for tattoos and body customization and things like that would be possible, but for now they are absolutely working their hardest to make it look the best they possibly can. They obviously didn't have access to all of the dances and things here, but you've seen them all before pretty much. And that brings us to the end of that. So yeah, what do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. I thought I'd give you the full length of this section rather than cutting it. I hope that was worth it to people. Let me know what your favorite emote there was, whether you're excited to play a male Vieira come Endwalker. I know a lot of people are thinking of re-rolling, which means that this video in particular will help you make those decisions and help you sort of edge closer towards that decision if you're on the fence. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Check out the rest of the channel for more Media Tour coverage, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.